Hi everyone, welcome to It's Your Town. We are here with our first guest, Jim Lattanzi, owner of Hollis Hills Farm in Fitchburg, Mass. Jim, thank you for having us here.
Of course, my pleasure.
We have a ton of questions for you. The first question is, how long have you owned Hollis Hills, and how do you buy a farm? Let's start off from the beginning and how it's grown since you bought it.
So my wife and I actually started, we were living in Lunenburg on Hollis Road at the top of the hill, hence the name Hollis Hills Farm. We actually bought the old Marshall farm here in March of 2014, so it's at this point been 6.5 years. Agriculture has always been an interest and a passion of mine from when I was a little kid. I was 10 years old, I had 30 chickens, and I sold eggs on my bicycle.
So how many acres did you purchase when you purchased the farm?
All in all, we're right around 133 acres.
And that not only includes all the land, but includes all the buildings, and you live on the farm as
We
well,
do,
correct?
yeah. We live directly across the street in the original farmhouse that was built in 1789. Pretty cool. The farm itself had been in the Marshall family for 225 years.
Oh, wow.
It's been around forever. Really an anchor of the community.
Let's talk about the farming aspect. What are you farming here? What are you producing? What are you growing? What are you selling?
Our first crop of the year is maple syrup. So we start working in the woods, in January. We tap our maple trees, and we're typically harvesting and processing maple sap by the middle of February. Here at Hollis Hills, we're the largest maple producer in eastern Massachusetts. But it's fun as a farmer because being that first crop of the year, kind of in an off season, it breathes life into this place. Our first fruit crop of the year is strawberries. We have strawberries, we have red raspberries, yellow raspberries. Then we get into peach season, which starts typically at the end of July. We're just about to apples now. Apples run end of August through the end of October. Pumpkins we grow. We're in the middle of cut flower season. We have about a half a mile of flower beds of all sorts of different things that we do.
People can come here, pay, and then go out
Correct.
in the field and
So for the majority of our crops, for apple picking, you would pick the size bag that you want and you go for your bag. But for flowers, we sell a mason jar. You take the jar and a pair of shears and head off to the gardens. We've got a full, season's worth of U-pick here at the farm, which is really exciting.
So you have the farming aspect of the business, and then you also have another exciting part of the business, which is entertainment, phenomenal food, a full bar.
Yeah, of course.
Let's talk about that.
So in the summer of 2018, so this is now our third season, we opened up the restaurant and the bar here at the farm. Really exciting for us because it's allowed us to incorporate what we are producing across the street in the fields, what our neighboring farms are producing, and trying to bring all that together here, really to produce top quality local food. This year we have a new executive chef, Isaac Carter, phenomenal gentleman in the kitchen. A friend of mine from 10 years ago, he worked at a local restaurant. This year we had an opportunity to bring him on board with us. So right now we're really able to incorporate the things that we're producing. It really allows for an experience here at the farm. You can come and spend the day, you can go out and pick what we have, during the season, but come back across the street and see what we're featuring, on the menu. To go along with that, 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we offer live music here during dinner service. So you're able to come to the farm and spend the afternoon, spend some time in the field, getting sweaty, and then come back over, grab a bite to eat. And then we have a full bar where we feature everything that's on draft is all brewed or crafted here in Massachusetts. We do a full liquor license, and so we also tend to serve sangrias and things that incorporate what we're growing across the street.
As you know, I have two kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. My wife and I love coming to Hollis Hills Farm for a variety of reasons. When we bring our kids here, we can actually have an adult cocktail, have a great meal, but my kids entertain themselves.
Yes.
They can go down, they can feed the goats, they can, hang out with the cow. Well, not hang out with the cows, but look at the cows, look at the chickens. And it's safe because everything's fenced in. And it's just a great place to bring your family because Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, whether you're a teenager, everything's here for you. That's why we love coming here, and I'm so glad you took it a step further from farming to food to beer to wine to cocktails. It's great that you're really taking it to the next level with this farm.
When we walked in the door in 2014, I can't say that what we do right now was necessarily part of what my vision was. As a farmer and as a businessman, you have to evolve, see what works, what doesn't work.
You're diversifying.
We're diversifying and incorporating.
Yeah.
And so it's been a learning experience for sure, but it seems to be well received. Case in point with the straight family.
Yes.
But my wife and I, we have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old too, and so we're able to provide that entertainment aspect and that safe, comfortable environment where we would want to take our family. And clearly there's a few other families that are joining us here.
So I mentioned a little bit about safety, and another reason why my family and I like coming here is, we're all dealing with COVID. And I like the fact that you have so much space outside. I know when I'm eating or I'm with my family, I can be a good distance away from the other guest here. And if I want to, I can go at the edge of the field and still listen to music and not have anybody around me. So regarding COVID-19, it's been a challenge for all businesses. How has it affected your business, and what steps have you put in place to not only protect your customers but your employees?
Really something I'm proud of, that we have a phenomenal team here at the farm. As a restaurant, which first and foremost, that is what we are. We are a restaurant here at the farm. We work extensively with the Fitchburg Ma, and we were able to put together a very safe program, protocols, guidelines, so that people are able to socially distance, but still be able to enjoy all the aspects of the farm that we have offered and brought to the table. Lots of lines and spacing. We have tables, spaced well beyond 6 feet. When you come to the farm, the first thing you do, everybody comes down the hill to the lawn, and you have our entire packet that shows you the do's and don'ts and the how-tos, how to be here at the farm and be safe, follow the guidelines, and make sure that we're able to live and prosper, but also stay safe. We're very fortunate to have the space that we do. It allows us to certainly still continue our operation without major limitations. We've certainly, staffed heavier. We're doing extra sanitizing. We always want to be clean, but at this point, we're going to follow all the guidelines that are laid out for us. As a business owner, you're always concerned of making sure that your staff is safe, that your customers are safe. We work diligently to make sure that everybody knows the rules and follows the rules here at the farm. And ultimately, I'm confident that our staff is safe and that it's a very safe, healthy place to come with your family.
You're doing a great job. I'm just encouraged by the local businesses that we see on a regular basis, how they're just adjusting to this environment. And again, my family and I come here because we see those safety protocols that you've worked so hard to implement. And I think that's why on a weekly basis you see the activity coming, because people do want to get outside, they want to socialize. It's just in our blood. I mean, it's in our DNA to see people and to hang out with friends, but because of what we're dealing with in this environment, we also have to be safe. So you're doing everything you can to implement that. And this farm is such an asset to the city of Fitchburg and to this community, and we're so happy and impressed with what you're doing here. I want to thank you for doing everything that you're doing here, because it's a destination, and I'm glad it's my backyard.
Fitchburg has really been a great place to move my family to and to do business in. My staff, they all seem to come to work happy. It's a good place to be.
Is there anything else you want to tell the audience before wrapping this up?
Just to stay healthy, stay safe, and when you're ready, come visit us. We're always here.
So if you're looking for phenomenal ice cream, if you're looking to go to a safe place, have an adult beverage, have a great meal, entertain your kids, get apples, get strawberries, get raspberries. I mean, the list is so long. If you haven't checked out Hollis Hills, you got to check it out. What's your website?
It's hollishillsfarm.com. We're also, of course, on Facebook and Instagram at Hollis Hills Farm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time on It's Your Town.